Where are you, Norman? There's a chair here. You're going to sit on one of those chairs, and Kevin's going to sit on the other. You sit on his lap, huh? Come on, Norm. We're gonna be the stars, apparently. I'm the ghost. He's not.
It's legal, man. I said yes.
No, you've got to go forward. I need somebody to be behind you. Hello folks. What we've got down the front here, sitting on the dance floor, are two guys who actually made a difference in this place. 2 years ago, we were a little bit of a crossroads as to whether the music was going to go on. These two blokes, Kev and Norm, determined that it was going to go on. They've given their time, their energy, their effort to make Play It happen.
When are we getting married?
Norm and Kev recently expressed a desire to spend a little bit more time, energy and effort with their families. Not with each other, but with their families. And thus they're going to scale down their involvement and Play It. What we're going to do with these two guys is we're going to do what used to happen in ancient Rome. When the centurions thought some generals were good, they acclaimed them. What I'd like right now is for any person who has been up on this stage as a singer, as a player, as anything up here, if you've been here and you've worked this stage, I'd like you to come up and gather around these two guys and show them what they've actually achieved. Can we have everybody up around these guys, please? Cheers. It's not insignificant when you see how many people these guys have had an effect on. It's pretty impressive. One of the things that we did, we need to have a round of acclamation. We need to acclaim these guys. All right, folks, give them as much applause as you can. That's not as much as you can, more. The other thing that would happen in ancient Rome is that when the generals, the guys who were in charge, really did a good job, the centurions would vote them a grass crown. So right now we've got grass crowns being presented by Andrew and Norrell, two usos who came here and learned and grew courtesy of these two guys. Have we got all of them? Okay. And while we're at it, we have Joe and Mike. They've got a couple of little things that are gifts. Joe and Mike have been stalwarts of this place for a long time, and it really is good to have them here with us. One of the things about getting the grass crown as a general, that meant that you had more power than the emperor. There's a message there, folks. These generals had more power than the emperor, and we're really grateful for that. Okay, musos, thanks. If you could all return, have we got enough photos? Because we've got another couple of people who we need to bring into this whole equation.
Apparently you can dry that hat and smoke it in a couple of weeks.
You know the old story behind every great man there's a great woman. Behind these two great men, there are two great women. Anybody who's organised anything, stay there. We're not finished with you yet. Right, behind these guys, anyone who's organised anything knows that behind these blokes doing stuff is a family that supports them and makes their time work. We've got Jan and Sue, who've helped Norm by listening, advising, sometimes in vain, and doing without these two men so often. Thank you for your support, guys.
Yes. I can't close them, mate. It's too much work.
Sue'd like to just sing a little song for you guys, and at this point, just watch out.
That's that one.
Fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold.
Thanks, guys.
Just, I have to reply to that with a bit of feedback. That's why I'm going. Okay, now listen here. Look, we've been here a few years. We were here 5 years before that as well, but the last couple of years it's been as players. And I'd like to really thank the guys that have been up on stage. But to me, it's always been about the music. Not about you guys, it's just about the music. And without the music, it would never happen. And you, Norm, yeah, nice hat. But one person I'd really like to thank more than anybody is Mr. Ernie Smith, who he's never been a musician, he never was, but he's still one of the best guys to play with. Thank you. And because he's older than me, he's welcome. It's nice to have someone older in the band.
Just one last thing. Thanks to everybody that signed the cards. I'm the queen of cards. You get a card if you're sick or you get married or you have a baby or you're leaving. Well, the guys aren't leaving.
No.
But we thought it was time to just acknowledge, and so everybody's been able to write a few kind words. I haven't read them. I hope they're all kind
I can
words.
imagine they're really
Pete
kind.
the plumber. Anyway, thank you.
And also, while we're thanking people, I'd especially like to thank Mr. Billy Payne, Mr. Chaz Whittling, and all those drummers that keep coming and going, and all those bass players. and especially Mr. Roger Bear for coming all the way from Moree to here. Thanks, Rich. Norm's going to say something now.
Something? Am I?
Don't tell a joke about that, okay?
Oh, look, it escapes me. I'm not sure I know any jokes that would fit this time.
Oh, shit.
Gee whiz, that's really nice. You guys have said some really nice things on my card. Oh, hang on. Oh, it is mine.
No, that's
all it's Kev's.
I've probably got yours, Will. I'm not going to read it, there's too many.
Actually, I like Kiwis. Says, thanks for the memories. Oh, memories. It's bloody hard to read his writing, though.
I think yours is just a photocopy of mine.
Oh, I thought
Mine says, thanks for the memories, Kiwi. Turn them over.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay, Hallmark. Who's Hallmark? Kiwi. Well, that's going to be Miles. Where's Miles? We can stand up, Miles, please. Thanks.
Actually, I should mention the fact that Kev's put a hell of a lot of work into this, and he provides a lot of equipment for this sort of thing too. As you probably are not aware, unless you've been told by Kev 60 times, he provides the PA and the bass amp and the drums, and I think he deserves a special thanks for that, folks. Give a big round of applause for his time.
I've almost paid for that. We're going to bring up the house band. We're going to bring Bruce will be on drums. Mr. Bill Pratt.
Cheers.
Mr. Chaz Whitling. Peter Palmer's going to do a couple of songs with us, aren't you, Pete? Because Pete's almost like one of the band,
But lives somewhere else.
thankfully. A big hand for Sue Jones for all the effort through the year of organising a lot of stuff and being there.
And Shirley as well. They've both been heavily into the organisational side of things. All right, that's it for me. I'm going home now. So Craig, next time you do this, can you get one without a hole in the middle? Thanks. Shows my best feature. Are we all adults here? There's no kids, are there? Because Kiwi came up before and felt the top of my head and said, you know, that feels very much like a Brazilian. So I just wonder about his nightlife, I really do.